going live and you're live. Hi, everybody out in YouTube land. What's good tonight? What's good on this wonderful Fennhaven Friday night? I'm going to be all nothing but positive and all good stuff tonight. I don't have anything else, but I don't want to not do this. So I'm going to do a book report or a book review on A Reverence for Wood, and then show you $17 a square inch and $80 and why. Let's figure out why it was so important. Okay, wait, I've got to click all the things. Hang on, everybody. Oh, here it is. Okay, I got to find myself on YouTube so I can see all the chats, all the chatters. Yeah, because, I only know what you guys know. So I am not privileged in any way, shape, or form to any insider information. So we have to create my own insider information. Okay, let's see. Hi, INFJ. That's how I got this book. Hi, MJ Inser. Hi, Nomadic Man. I'm here, sorta. Hi, JK Pioneer. Hi, Honeybee. Did you see this? London in the poem, which has 9 clues. There are references to water. There's a reference to brown house. Who's brown? Fenn? There's a reference to wood. London. Are we talking about a Forrest poem? Hey? Hi, Davio. Much love. Hi, let's go for a walk. How's it doing? How are you doing? How's it going? Words, missing words. I watched Ben and Ashley and Jeremy and Candy and seems like there was one more person on there. Alan K. Yes. How could I forget? Anyway. But that's what Ashley, she's like, words. I can't use words. Okay, who else? Insider info. No running in the house. Okay. Hi, Mary Green. So good to see ya. And there's Hoof-Hearted. Howdy. No running with scissors. Hi, Sledneck. How's it going? Okay. Words falling out of my mouth. Well, I'm skipping over words, I guess, tonight. Okay, well, yeah, it seemed like there was a reason. Oh yeah, like Ben was on, people were on last Friday, and it was like way better than anything I could ever come up with. So I just thought, okay, we'll just skip it, and then you know how it went. Okay, so I'm gonna start with here's a reverence for wood. This is an old paperback copy. Is what I have, what I own. But the back, this is what I'm going to read right now. And I don't know who wrote this. Oh, who wrote it? Who it's quoted, Library Journal is who wrote this little blip. Cover printed in the USA, it says. Okay. It says Eric Sloan, author of A Museum of Early American Tools and numerous other books on early American life, this time gives his readers a handsome and illuminating view of the resources that made possible so much of the early settlements of North America. In too many places, the great forests are gone forever, and others have reclaimed the areas that were once cleared. But the special knowledge of which wood was suited to which task, the ready identification of native trees, the reverence for wood, the instinctive knowledge that wood can warm the soul as well as the body, these are only now being revived by Eric Sloan's remarkable work. Heavily illustrated with a section on identification of nearly 60 native trees, a reverence for wood in paperback for the first time is a delight to own or give. And then it has this quotation. Now I'm down here. One of Eric Sloan's best, in his personal and proficient manner, ranges over the aesthetics of wood, wooden implements, carpentry, tree identification, and other areas, and manages to make a commonplace thing, wood, uncommon. Nostalgic, knowledgeable, ... So, here's the seek no further tree. So it seems like, and then this illustration is related to this illustration when he talks about how the apple tree, once it tipped over, it kept sending out shoots wherever, and then it kept, I should just read it, what he says about it, instead of trying to stumble on, I know there's something about this, but I don't know. Jeez. Here's a chestnut. 1904, still trying to come back. Okay, let me look at what, I'm going to see when this book was, this version, because the later versions, as Packer Jack pointed out, they changed the cover. They took the, if that doesn't look like the absolute tree, 9 Mile Hole, etc. It sure does. Okay. So this says copyright 1965, but that's not this printing. This printing is August 1977. And then dedication is to Joseph McLaughlin, the man at my publisher's office who insisted upon my doing this book. Thank you for insisting. Okay, where was I going next? So this is wasn't it this picture that ended up being the new cover? Here, and what is that? Edward Henrik. That's Eric Sloan's real name. What does it say? The heft and feel of a well-worn handle, the sight of shavings that curl from the blade, the log in the woodpile, the sediment of huge beams in an old-fashioned house, the smell of fresh-cut timber, and the pungent fragrance of burning leaves, the crackle of kindling, and the hiss of burning logs, abundant to all the needs of man. How poor the world would be without wood. That's his. No kidding. Okay. Should I read the author's note? Here, you know what I want to read about the author's note instead of reading the whole thing is here, this is how long the author's note. It's this page, this page, this page, and then there's this. I'm going to read you this. The PS. The names and dates and places in the following story have been given accurately to the best of my ability. Yet my writing is supposed to be a tale, and as in any historical novel, my own imagination has blended with facts to create poetical reality. If that doesn't sound like... That's what Forrest would say if he could, of first. Like, how could you not like this guy? Mm-hmm. Here's that picture that reminds me of the, you know, the dove in the moon photo. It's a charcoal man. He's making charcoal. Okay. On page 58 of my book is an image that looks like the last image in TTOTC. Oh, yeah. Is that what? Yeah. That's 58. Wow. How'd you read my mind? Or how did I read your mind? The image of the dude is looking at the moon. So Aries book, he's making charcoal. See? Okay, now you know what I'm going to read? I'm going to read the $17 a square inch. The flap right here. Okay. This is $17 square inch by Forrest Fenn. Eric Sloan and Forrest Fenn wanted to build a covered bridge, but their wives wouldn't let them buy a river. It was a standing joke between them, and a lingering fantasy. This book is not a biography of Eric Sloan. Rather, it's almost a recorded conversation between two friends who have shared a common interest and the love of simple things and simpler times. Eric was a gifted painter and writer, and Forrest was a grateful admirer who sold his work. Their friendship lasted only 10 years, but they were very influential years. You will see. See? You will see. So it's kind of like, is it the premonition of you know? And then the back flap, here's what it looks like. There's our familiar picture, our friend. And then it says, here's the list of books. And this was written before the, focus. Won't focus, sorry. I don't have it set on very high resolution, maybe. I don't know. Okay, take a sip. Okay, it says, after serving 20 years as a fighter pilot in the Air Force, Forrest Fenn, with his wife and two daughters, moved to Santa Fe, where they built one of the town's first art galleries, which they ran for 17 years. Now, Forrest has retired to his computer, where he works long into the night. After he wrote his first book, he said that would be his last. And he is still saying that after his seventh. Now he says it's time to get some sleep. And it says other books by Forrest Fenn, and it says The African Animals of W.R. Lee, The Beat of the Drum and the Whoop of the Dance, The Genius of Nikolai Fesshin, The Secrets of San Lazaro Pueblo, Teepee Smoke, and Historic American Indian Dolls. And then this book. I'm opening $17 a square inch and see if this book is dedicated to all of the warped and broken wooden boards that lay lost and forgotten beside the many barns and covered bridges that were so loved by Eric Sloan, and to the rusted nails whose stories he didn't live to tell. Aww. He's like, look at this guy. Adorbs. This is what he's reading right here. Look at that illustration. Am I going to get in trouble for showing this beautiful book? I don't think Forrest would get mad. I think he would. You think Forrest would get mad at me if he knew I was showing this book on? Or do you think he'd be like, go, Susie. Eric Sloan's the best. Guess I'll never know. I'm looking at the colophon on $17, and it's Lou Bruno and Bruno Advertising and Design, Santa Fe, New Mexico, as creative director. And that's the same Lou Bruno is who did Forrest's other books, or, Thrill the Chase and Too Far to Walk and Once Upon a While. It's so good. Okay. Jack. Eric Sloan stuff was interesting. Go, Susie, I believe. That's what I think. I'd like to think that. Uncle Titus. Hey, Uncle Titus. David. I'm blocked on your channel. I really am. But it could be, it could be the result of when I had an impersonator come in that used my same avatar, my same name, stole my identity in YouTube, just in YouTube. They were posting under my name in comments and stuff and saying whatever they wanted as me. And it was not me. I was in there as well. And it's like, oh my God. Anyway, that got out of control a couple of times. And so I'm wondering if it got blocked, one of those incidences. Anyway. Hi, John Miller. How's it going? Good to see ya. Nice change of pace and direction, says Jack. What's that? Talking about Eric Sloan? Yeah, because there's got to be, the 9 Mile hole situation and everything. Okay, where's Eric Sloan in that solved? Where is there's no, it's not good enough. It's not good enough for me. So it's like, I feel like there's got to be some Eric Sloan something that has something to do with the final location and Forrest. It just because he started on page 6, right in the right in the beginning of his book, he mentions uh, him before. I think he mentions Eric Sloane before his own family, basically. Well, page 4 has a little synopsis of him and his family and all that. Then there's the poem, or then there's the life is a game of poker, happiness is the pot. And then that page, it's like, there's Eric Sloane. And he spends, 4 paragraphs telling us that he wrote 50 books and Forrest wanted to be like his friend and, like Eric Sloane at almost age 80, I figure, so it's like this whole, there's got to be a huge connection. And that's just where I'm like, oh, I'm not going to let go of that thought or that. I'm just, friends from the 80s are held close to the heart. Mine too. He writes a few books about bells. Bells are a funny theme. Yes, he did, David. Hang on, I had to cough. Okay. Hi, okay, Larry. Did I say hi? Hi, Lily Bell. No one here has read all of Eric Sloane's books. Well, there is an open library online where you can check out electronic scanned-in versions of not all of Eric's library, but a lot of things like The Sound of Bells is in there, I know, and what is it called? Open Library or .org or something like that. Um, I love that Hooli. Hooli says Forrest made his arrangements down to the final bear per TTOTC, right? If you read Reverence for Wood, Eric Sloane uses the seek no further tree as the final bear. And so it's like, I love that. And so that was a thing for me for a while. It's like, I didn't know, it's like, did he actually plant a tree, a apple tree? Did he, you know, and when we see an apple tree that's completely out of place with its surroundings, it's like, oh my God, there's the blaze. There's an apple tree in the middle of this pine forest. But I don't even know if it's possible. I doubt a fruit tree can grow in the same location as pines. I don't know. Trees have their own rules. I know they grow at elevations like in like different, I don't know how high up though they can handle it, or I have no clue. They have any apple trees in Yellowstone? Be on the lookout. Oh no. Uncle Titus is lurking. Okay. Happy Friday. Hi, honeybee. Again. No, Dave, it was a tree at the edge of property which fell and still serves as a marker, plus bore fruit, which the less fortunate were able to keep for themselves freely. Yeah, they left the tree and said, "Here, you can pick all the fruit on this tree. It's fine." And the story goes too. It's like they could use the like the branches to make a gift to the Raggies. Seek no further when they needed resources, and it seems like they use the branches to weave. Okay, here it says the Shakers, who were specialized in making things of wood, made round and oval boxes that seem to outlast metal. There are still herb, pill, and spice boxes stronger now through seasoning than they were a century ago. Their metal counterparts have become rusted and discolored. The Shakers used elm, maple, and oak in their boxes, but they considered basswood too fragile. The fingers or lap ends of shaker boxes usually turn to the right because of religious beliefs in the word right, which made the Shakers shun anything going towards the left. It was contrary to order to kneel on the left knee first, to put the left boot first, or to step first with the left foot. Their furniture was a masterpiece of right angles. Well, isn't that an interesting little side note? And this is what I was reading. This little side note or footnote, asterisk. Yeah, here's the asterisk in the, and then it goes down there. Oh, they're talking about paper bags. See, it's just so good. The warehouse. It's a forest of trees. Oh. They're the world of wooden things. Look at those charming illustrations. Huh. Before slate, they painted pine boards, painted black so they could write on them with chalk. That was the old chalkboards. So say Eric Sloan. Yeah, trees. These were once American flags. Just goes to show. Okay, I'm looking up at my chat. Here's a clue then. I'm gone. I have to watch the other shows. One of the keywords is key. If you can figure it out, it teaches you what to do in the poem to unlock one of the maps. Ooh, Evan, that sounds wonderful. Go. You're gonna go watch the other show. Yeah, I got nothing to say. I'm just bragging about Eric Sloan. How awesome he is. Spirits of 76, and he's talking more, and that's when he petitioned. That's why you're supposed to ring a bell on 4th of July instead of lighting off fireworks. People are supposed to ring bells. Eric Sloan made it a thing. He went all the way to Congress, and so I didn't hear any bells ringing. And I don't have a bell at home. Like, I wish I had a bell, Eric Sloan bell, or a Forrest Fenn bell. Be awesome. And my sister goes, I wanted to get a bell to ring we went to a fireworks display, and then I wanted to ring a bell after the display was over when everyone was clapping and whistling. I wanted to ring a bell. And she goes, isn't there an app for that? And I said, there sure is. It's called YouTube. And then I posted bell ringing. I'm sure some of you guys saw that. Okay, went on half an hour. Okay. Still here for a second. Fed said a few are in tight focus with the word that is key. Think punctuation on a word that is key. You change the punctuation and it means, and the word means key. What? No, my keyword is, right, I'm going to pull my book out and tell you. Indecision is key. Forrest said indecision is key. And so then I broke that word down and it says in December is one. If you use the I interchangeable, like he does in here, the I and the number one are the same thing in this book. But where am I? Okay, I'm looking for the poem right here. Because right before the poem, on page 131, poems on 132, it says indecision is the key to flexibility. So, any other, if there is really a key, and he says on the front flap of the Thrill the Chase, unlock the clues that are scattered among these pages, and you go home with the bronze chest full and go blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. So there's got to be a key, and he says indecision is the key. So I don't know. See, these are the things we need to know, dude. These are the mysteries that need to be answered. You know, somebody knows the answers to these, and it's called Jack Stoof. He knows these answers and the key and the, or if there was even one, or, you know, and so it's so, I'm going to get angry. I think about that and get mad, get all worked up, that like leave us hanging, like he leaves us hanging like this. It's just not, it's so uncool, dude. Sloan Bell books. Yep. Because you know what? The bells, that was the form of communication. When, you know, major things happened in a town, there was the town cry, you know, they rang bells. When somebody passed away, the church bell rang, and how many times it rang, and what, depending on if you're a man or a woman and your age, you could just listen to the bells and know if there were something wrong, you know, hence the fire bell still, and all these, you know, the school bell called the church bells called people into the church to, you know, or let them know when the service was over, the bells rang, and it's like, okay, here come dinner bells. People were called in from the fields, and the workers, you know, listened for the bell. It's like, okay, that's it, it's break time. You know, people aren't wearing watches out there, and you know, the wristwatch or a pocket watch, you know, that wasn't even it, that's not how, watches didn't run the world. The sun did, and the lighting did, and the cooks in the kitchen, and the, you know, the weather ran the world. Hey, Street. Guess what? I'm drinking a bottle of Arbor Mist. And actually, the lady, I'm like, I'm looking for a lower alcohol bottle of wine. And she goes, well, Arbor Mist, that has less alcohol than a normal bottle. And I've had it before. But I've been on a peach kick lately, so I'm like, okay, I'll try the peach one. She goes, oh, it's the blackberry Merlot. She goes, get this one. I'm like, no, I'm feeling I've got fresh peach at home, and I'm gonna put it in my, you know. But it cracked me up. And so I'm having Arbor Mist, peach, and nah, it's not very good. I would much rather take a regular Chardonnay and add 7 Up to it to make it less alcohol and my own, have a full real wine than try to cheat the system. Oh shit. Okay. When I pop open a bottle of champagne, I usually proclaim out loud, very loudly, tonight is popping off. A map has a key. Yes, Mary Green, good point. A map has a key. Every map has a key. So we need a key. Oh, I love that. Thank you for reminding me. Hi, Delcon. How you doing tonight? Good to see ya. Hi, Trusted Living. Uh, how you doing? Blackberry Merlot is the bomb. That's what the girl said too. Hey, you'd get along fine. You'd get along swell with that lady at the at the beer store. Yeah. I found out she was one of those. I found out way too much information in such that little bit of encounter. She's like, girl, I go, I want to be able to drink more wine. So I want a little light, something with less alcohol so I could drink more of it. And she's like, girl, I drink the whole bottle anyway, whether it's the strong stuff or the weak stuff. She's like, I have kids. I'm in my 30s and have 3 kids. I need the whole bottle. Yeah. So that's what I learned about that girl. Yep. Okay. What's a baby G? A little plum wine is good. Give her my number. Hi, Davy. Hi, Galaxy. How's it going? My kind of woman. Um, Mary Poppins off. Oh no, Galaxy. He said, Street, did you catch that, Barb? Saying she only sued Forrest because he lied to her. The plot changes again. That's the thing is, by her doing that interview, that's a form of, or just do it, what she says matters. And she tries to say what she says doesn't matter, but what everybody else says matters. And I see that as that's not how it works. I don't, I don't care what you found or not found. you know, that's not how it works. Oh, I just glanced over here and saw uh, Return to Taos by Eric Sloan. And this is in this book. Here's the inside cover. Isn't it wonderful? But he flat out takes credit for inventing the hoop dance that the Native American. He says he invented that. He showed them guys how to do that. Okay. Okay. So that brings me to the whole DB Cooper thing and Forrest Fenn. Like, he's taking credit because who's going to stop him? Well, who's going to stop anybody? I wish I would have lived to do the things I was attributed to. So I think that Forrest Fenn would find it hysterical that he was attributed to being DB Cooper when he knows dang well he wasn't. But that is funny, and that is something that Eric Sloan, he took credit for this dance. That's hysterical. And then Forrest takes credit for that. I mean, that because what are they gonna do? Who's gonna DB Cooper, the real one, is no longer alive. There's no doubt in my mind. I doubt if he even made it through that jump. I'm one of those. I'm not one that prescribes to. I don't. Yeah, there's the ha 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 book and all the parallels, but that's really, you know. But I can see a cheeky nod to Eric Sloan by claiming credit for somebody else's work. Which, when you think about it, the whole thrill of the chase is from other stolen quotes and bits of poetry and J.D. Salinger. He even put some of The Catcher in the Rye. He used some text right out of The Catcher in the Rye. When The Catcher in the Rye flat out says, nobody could reproduce any of this, Oh, man. He said on Yun's video he wasn't DB Cooper. I know, but still, I mean. How many Sloan books do I have? Not enough. I got the Cracker Barrel. Not all of them. I wish I had more. I got this one too. This one's wonderful. I would love to have the hard copy version of his whole collection, the whole library, and a reverence for wood, a real reverence for. I want the one that's in the library. It's like my local library has a hard copy reverence for wood from 1965. It's been there since it was new or whatever, and I love it. There's the checkout pouch with the card and the checkout sheet that is still in the back of the book. I mean, it's just about as charming as you can get. Oh, Davio's got poker in 10 minutes. Good luck, Davio. Get him. Uncle Titus, you go play poker too? And Kiwi's Road's gonna. No poker for me, says Uncle Titus. Listen to you, Susie, and play. Oh, I see. Well, I'm out of words. Hey. I flat ran out of things to say. And that's what everyone complains about. Oh, yeah, the YouTubers that are still on, they got nothing to say. They just talk to hear themselves talk. Well, yeah, it's more about hanging with you guys. You're my Forrest friends. Hey, we're all trapped in this nightmare together. Shit. I have watermelon floating in my peach arbor mist. Well, there's the king. The king has now entered the room. Good evening, Ting. Printed books are an endangered species. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And they're great. I love books too. And yet they are listening. Who dey? Who dat? Babs? Oh, you know she is. She says, I don't listen to any of them. But she's got notes of minute by minute. She pretends she doesn't listen to him when she doesn't like what she hears. I didn't listen to that. I didn't hear that. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, but here's the thing. She is just as Barb. We understand. I know a lot of people understand your not how you want to sue people. Only understand that because that's how you know how to deal with things. I get that part, but I still don't understand why she drug Forrest. She sued him to not be able to sell the chest. What? She said, I never sued Forrest Fenn. I just said that he can't. I just put I don't know, I really don't understand her first thing anyway. I don't care. I don't want to know. Because bottom line, she's not it. Or I highly doubt it. So what are oh my God, wouldn't you just, I would be, oh my God, I would clap and I would kiss her butt on live on YouTube. I'm cracking a beer. Oh, it's pretty warm out. And them. Oh, you guys gonna go into the poker? Kent Nestor probably, speaking him through his wallpaper right now. You know what? Dave's a different animal than Bart. You can't put, although they're in those two shows, they did put, they're just comparing different searcher types and their own obsession with how it all played out and their own cognitive bias. Isn't that the key phrase here? Or, you know, so, but he is, I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think Dave's a bad guy. I think he believes what he believes, and that's just it. And, I get it too. I understand how somebody could do that. Although that's not me. It's hard to understand though how when I heard it was found and it was found by someone, Forrest confirmed it. Yep, this is it. I instantly just went boom. I dropped all what I was working on for myself. I mean, I knew that none of my whole solutions were it because I didn't get it. I was in the middle of the forest in the middle of the forest. I was in the middle of the Eric Sloan connection and how that all tied together when that ended. So it's like, but I thought, okay, that's it. So I just knew it wasn't me because it wasn't me. I didn't have the gold box. I didn't think Forrest took the gold box away from me so he could give it to me later or something. I didn't think anything like that. I thought, yay, we finally get to know the thing we were just doing. We finally get to know all the answers to the game we were just playing. Hooray, this is so exciting. We get this. Oh, and then, well, so we still haven't got that. So there's that. But not once did it cross my mind as like, oh, yeah, I was right. And this was, I, I can't, it takes some level of, mm, the level of denial and is like, I know, I understand it's a mechanism to protect yourself. It's a mind game that happens that you don't have control over your mind. I really don't think so when it comes to how you react to something such as that and why some people just went, okay, it wasn't me and it's over and now we get to learn, yay. And the difference between that person and the person's like, I am so mad, this was a rip off, this was, or any ill, or this was a scam, this was a prank, this was a anything, the horrible things that all the different people, and I'm gonna sue for fraud, this was fraud, this was uh candle and ember that made a deal somehow with the devil or something. I don't know how that all went down, but all those, to think that it's so, that's something I don't understand. What I do understand is the obsession and the need for closure and the need for answers. So my sense of entitlement entitlement evaporated years ago, says Jack. Oh, let them eat cake. Trusted. Hi, Richard. How's it going? Hi, Piglet. We're on a 2-year prank. Yep. Uh, Orphan Friedman. Hi, Orphan Friedman. What's up? Exodus 7-7 says, hi, Bill Gorman. How's it going tonight? Hi, Tim K. How's it going? Good to see ya. Relax, Susie. It's only been 764 days into the prank ending. Camp out will be here in no time. Oh, I really wanted that camp out to happen, but now last time I heard her talking, she said that she was thinking of maybe not having a camp out. Like, what? Oh, she has got a whole storage locker full of items that would make a wonderful camp out. Fun for the whole family. Hmm. And she also said she got 2 cases of cherry wine. I'm in. Oh, that's right. I'm not invited. Oh, well, I was going to go to clown camp. That was right next door. And see if I could talk my way into the main event. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, the red nose. Clown camp. Setting up tents right next to cake camp. And then you get to pick which side you want to go on. Ooh. Let's see. We should bring all of the blocked ones as plus ones to the camp out. Uncle Titus, are you in? Do you got an invitation? Well, it's a secret. The first thing about cake camp is you can't speak of cake camp or know the location of cake camp because that is a secret location of where the treasure was. And the only way we can really get to know that location of where the campout will be as if the family decides to get the prank over with. And this is what I understand, waiting for the prank ending to end. And so we can have this big celebration at this location. But until that time, no one can know where cake camp is. That's too bad. MD 20, Ad Dog 2020. Boone's Farm. That's basically I'm basically drinking Boone's Farm tonight. Bill Gorman, Eugene will be there and Barb's trying. Oh, Bill's totally jelly. I bet if you met her in real life, she would like you a lot more than she thinks, Bill. I bet you could work your magic on her. Next thing you know, Bill and Barbara sitting in the tree. Oh, yeah. How long does the prank ending last? Is she can't? You know what? Now all of a sudden I go toggle back to that. She can't be real. She has got to be a plant from the family or from somebody. She's got to be. She can't be real. I mean, um, she's got to be a distraction. It just does. It just doesn't seem. Poor Tisha. Look, look what she walked into. Oh my God. Yeah, she had no idea what she was getting herself into there. No, Barb is cool. See, if she was a different in a different universe, because the woman is she's not stupid. Um, apparently she has a good sense of humor. Right? She likes cherry wine. I mean, uh, she's got houses all over the place, Chicago and Michigan and or someplace out in Santa Fe. Isn't that what the deal is? She's traveling all over. She goes live from different various locations. I don't know. But now I'm gonna be subject of the latest video. Well, that will be fine. I'll take the pressure off the X marks the spot cavalry audio clip, and then she can. First rule of K Camp is don't talk about K Camp. That's right. No one can know the location. Okay, look at it. I made it to an hour. Um, you guys. I think I'm gonna be done because I've already just dug myself from I went from talking this wonderful man's work to steering myself off the cliff with drinking a whole glass of Arbor Mist and talking about things I have no business talking about. You guys, now I've done it. Betty, Betty, Betty. Mm. Yeah, let's see, Eric. He's a doll. Look at him. Um, okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna push buttons, but I just had to stop in and say hi. Um, you know, I don't know when I'm gonna be over this. I don't know when I'm gonna stop doing this. I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm probably just gonna keep talking about whatever I can come up with. And I thank all you guys for coming in because it's fun, right? So have a good night, all. I'm going to push the button.